Hello everyone, it is Erin Flotto here, and we are doing a quarterly review today. So I have kind of set this up. You can kind of see me sketching things out, pre-planning, all of that kind of stuff. So on the left-hand side, I am going to do a review of this quarter, next quarter, and then my general reflections. I'll like kind of do some word prompts with this. And then I thought it would be fun to do a Bryson's quarter in photos. So Bryson is my son, my little baby boy. And so I have printed out some photos on sticker paper, so that way I can kind of do some memory keeping, because I didn't really feel like I had that much to do going in for a quarterly review, since I have been doing these monthly reviews and I have a space to kind of go over my goals and my habits. So I didn't really feel like it was necessary to kind of go back over the same kind of stuff in a quarterly review. This is more of a like overall thoughts situation. So with that said, I am going to use the same theme that I used for the beginning of the year. So that is more of this lights, stars, moons, all that kind of situation that I have going on here. I don't really have updates to make here, since pretty much everything is up to date, except for possibly okay, so I'm still working on the budget. As you can see, I have my finances up to date because it is March 31st as I'm filming this. So I have not been able to look at March finances yet. So I think the only thing is the 25 and 2025 bingo. So I think complete a home project is the only, oh, and writing a book. I think those are the two things that I can mark off. I actually have read 9 books, not 10. So the next month I will be able to mark this off as well. So it's going to be in this same theme, because the Sun and Flowers, that was for the March theme. And then I think the quarters should kind of go back. So I'll do a quarterly review here, and then I'll do a mid-year review, which again is kind of another quarterly review at the end of next quarter, so at the end of June. So I will go back to that original theme as well. So let me go ahead, get on into it, start setting this up. I'll talk about what I'm doing in a voiceover, and then kind of pick you back up at the end just to give my final thoughts. So as I mentioned, I am doing a quarterly review. This is for January through March. So basically, I had way more room in March than I think I needed for some reason. I don't really know why that is. I think I'm just in my planner less. But overall, I had 2 extra spreads in this month. So I decided to do a quote page, my monthly review, and now I'm going to do a quarterly review. And so I wanted to break this down a little differently than I would have normally broken it down in the past, just because of how much I am doing like reflections and reviews on a regular basis now. I am doing goal reviews, I am doing monthly reviews, I am doing like life reviews and all that kind of stuff every single month. So I wanted this spread to be, yes, I am doing a quarterly review, but also like what are some things that I want to highlight. And of course, one of those things being my new son. So I decided to have a space set up on the right hand side, and I just printed this out on sticker paper using Canva. I like sized them accordingly to make sure that everything was the right sizes and that I would be able to mark it out in my bullet journal. So I have a B5, so that's why there's a lot of photos and they fit pretty well. So one of the things I did was I thought about what I want out of a quarterly review. So I wanted to talk about things that went well, challenges that I faced, and what I've learned from those challenges. So that is the reflection that I did on this past quarter. And that's not something I really do on a monthly basis. So it's nice to really reflect in that way. Like, yes, on my monthly review, I usually have a what went well, what didn't go well, and tweaks and changes. So this is kind of the same thought process, but it's really like, it's kind of going a step further. Like, yes, what didn't go well, but what is the challenge there? And what is a source of why things didn't go well, or what is a source of my wins, like really highlighting things that I don't normally highlight, especially because I bring a lot more work into this than I do in my monthly reviews. A lot of my monthly reviews have to do with not only life, but really like the bullet journal aspect. So when I say what went well, some of those things have to do with how I am bullet journaling. That way I can figure out for the next month, okay, what are some things that I really need to adjust in my system to move forward. So that's kind of the difference here. It's not a huge stark difference, but I think it makes way more sense to do this on a quarterly basis to like kind of reflect on the things that I'm reflecting on here versus doing it on a monthly basis. So one of the things I highly encourage people to do when they're talking about doing these types of reviews, think about what you want to get out of it. And for me, I wanted to get out of like more of a high level review versus an in-depth review. So just a really quick wrap up here. So I have for this quarter, I have wins, challenges, and lessons learned. So under the wins, I have things like survived newborn stage, temporarily received my RA. I didn't have residual diabetes, and I completed my audit for work. Under some challenges, I have like lack of sleep, new work projects. There's a ton of them, and they're coming from all over the place, and it's making it really difficult. For lessons learned, we have things like always cover yourself with an email. I feel like I was always doing that, but really important now. Saving money, save, save as much money as much as humanly possible. And I need to find a balance for snacking. Because I am breastfeeding, it makes me hungry so much. I am so hungry all the time. And so I need to find a way to balance the type of snacking that I need to do. Next quarter, I have priorities, stuff like restart workout routine. I really, really want to get back into strength training. The gym is ready. I just need to be able to have time to get into the gym. And even like while my son is sleeping, I have dumbbells in my office just doing like a quick set. Like maybe it is not going to be all of my workout at once, but maybe doing a quick set while he's sleeping might help. Starting Bryson on solids. He will be starting solids at 6 months, which will be, so he'll be 5 months in April, 6 months in, what's the one after April? May. So we can start him on solids. For important dates, I put like not Mother's Day and Father's Day because I put that as like self-care and fun things. So I have like Easter, some events that we have to go to, my husband's birthday, and my dog's gotcha day. And then self-care and fun, we actually, as I'm filming this, because I'm filming this way later, we have gone to the aquarium, so that's fun. We have my first Mother's Day and his first Father's Day with Bryson. We have always celebrated it because of our animals, but now it's, it's baby now. And then we're taking a week off in April. Can't wait. And then I have in the reflections, what moments brought the most joy? And I basically said everything related to this little guy. He's the only thing keeping me sane right now. What goals did I neglect and why? And I said my goal was surviving, surviving newborn stage, surviving restarting work, surviving, primarily breastfeeding, all that kind of stuff. Everything, it feels so chaotic. It was really just survival of the fittest. So I really neglected my body. I neglected my mental state during this time. It was really just, how can I survive to take care of my family, my baby, my animals, not get fired, you know, like that was essentially what my goal was. So I basically neglected all of my health related goals and my individual goals. So that's fun. So hopefully things get a little bit better here in the next quarter. Honestly, now that he is mostly sitting with assistance, but he's mostly sitting up by himself, it is so much easier. However, he's taking crap naps and he's not having all of the best sleeps through the night. I know that it's because he's learning all these new things. And every sleep regression comes with a skill, blah, blah, blah. I'm trying to keep all that in mind, but it's really, really hard. So, that was everything that I did for my review. And then I just have like two of the like cuter pictures. Every single picture is cute. And then I have the holidays here. So Happy New Year, Valentine's Day, St. Patrick's Day. And then I have his monthly pictures as well. So month 2, month 3, and month 4. So that is everything that I have for a quarterly review. Like I said, I am doing these monthly reviews. So you can see that this is filled out now. I am doing monthly reviews. So this didn't feel like it needed to go way more in depth. This really was like highlights. What am I reflecting on? What am I thinking about for next quarter? And what are some things that I want to get off my chest regarding like joy, neglect? And then, of course, since I didn't feel the need to go super in depth, I finish it off with the thing that has been keeping me sane. So that is my quarterly review. Since I do need to go back and do some of these pages, I haven't done them quite yet. So I am going to go back. That's going to be on my own time. I am finding it really, really hard to stay in my journal. A lot of things I'm doing after the fact or like at the end of the day. And honestly, so much of it I am doing the same time I am filming this, which is late at night. It is currently 11 something. Because I just pumped and I am fully awake. So I've actually been doing tons of stuff at night. So that is my quarterly review. I hope that this video was nice and helpful and that you were able to do your type of review process along with me. And I will see you next time. Bye, everyone.